Why are we afraid of enclosed spaces, even when we know that the exit is nearby? You enter the elevator. The doors are closing. The button is pressed. Everything is working. The trip will take about 30 seconds, but something inside starts screaming. The air becomes heavy. The walls seem to narrow. The breathing is short. The heart is pounding. The hands are looking for something to grab, and the brain screams one command: get out. Immediately. Now, it's not logic. It's claustrophobia, the fear of confined spaces, and for millions of people it's a reality they face in elevators, subways, planes, cramped rooms, even in crowded shops. But where does this irrational horror of places where others feel completely at ease come from? Claustrophobia is not about the size of the room. It's about feeling trapped, about losing control, about the inability to escape when the brain decided that danger was near. Our brain is programmed for survival, and one of its main strategies is to have escape routes. In the wild, getting stuck in a narrow cave, burrow, or under a blockage meant death from starvation, suffocation, or predator attack. That's why evolution has instilled in us anxiety when we restrict movement. Is there no way out? It's deadly. Panic. Go ahead. Get out. For most people, this signal works quietly in the background. But for those with claustrophobia, it turns on like a siren, loud, early, and indiscriminately. It often starts with a specific experience. Maybe you were accidentally locked in a closet, bathroom, or closet as a child, and you screamed and banged on the door, but no one heard. The brain recorded it as a trauma. Enclosed space equals helplessness. Maybe you're stuck in an elevator for a few minutes. Technically, it's okay, but the panic has already flooded you with adrenaline, and now every elevator is a trigger. Maybe you were pushed on a crowded bus, and you couldn't breathe, couldn't move, and your brain associated this feeling of being squeezed with a threat to your life. Or maybe you just watched a movie where someone was buried alive, walled up, drowned in a cramped space. And the visual memory turned out to be so strong that the brain began to be afraid of it, as if it had happened to you. Then avoidance turns on. You start walking upstairs, avoiding subway rides, not flying planes, choosing aisle seats, avoiding tunnels, basements, and small rooms. And every time you avoid, the brain reinforces the belief: I escaped, so the danger was real. The phobia is growing. Over time, you may begin to miss not the space itself, but premonitions, thoughts about having to get into an elevator, about an upcoming flight, about a medical examination in a narrow MRI tube. Anxiety starts hours or days before an event, and it's exhausting. The cruelest thing about claustrophobia is the physical sensations that increase panic. You feel like you're suffocating, even though there's plenty of air. Your heart is beating so hard that it feels like you're dying. You're sweating, shaking, and dizzy, and the brain interprets this as confirmation. See, you're really in danger. The body doesn't lie. Although in reality, it's just a panic attack, a reaction to an imaginary threat, not a real one. But at the moment of the attack, it is indistinguishable. You believe in the body, not logic. And this makes you avoid enclosed places even more, reinforcing the vicious circle. Claustrophobia is not a weakness, a fiction, or a character. It's a learned reaction, a malfunction in the alarm system, and it can be retrained. In therapy, a gradual, safe approach is used. First, imagine yourself in an elevator, then stand at the open elevator doors, then enter for a second and exit, then drive one floor, and so step by step prove to the brain: I survived. I'm in control. Nothing happened.